I'm in the Jewish Museum office with the director, Carmen Cohen, and I'd like to ask you, Carmen, how you got involved with this museum. It's fascinating. And the museum is linked with the synagogue in Rhodes.
Actually, I got involved, I came to Rhodes in 1980 when I got married. I'm not originally from Rhodes.
No, you're from Volos, you told me.
Volos.
Yes.
The community was vanished, the Jewish community of Rhodes was vanished during the Second World War. And after the war, after the end of the war, in 1946 or 7, when the Dodekanis Islands became again part of Greece, there was no Jewish community left, only a couple families that they had the Turkish passports, and they managed to survive the deportation, saved by the Turkish consul in Rhodes. Mm-hmm. In 1957, the Central Jewish Board of Greece decided to try to start up the community again in order to maintain and restore certain buildings of the Jewish quarter.
And did they help to renovate the synagogue? What condition was the synagogue in?
The synagogue, because before the war there were 4 synagogues.
4?
In the Jewish quarter.
Really?
And this was the only synagogue who was remained in a good condition.
Right.
The other ones, they were either one which was much older from 1480, collapsed after the war because it was bombed during the war, yeah. And 2 others they changed use. So the only one remained synagogue was that one that we are now.
And the name?
Kahal Salom Synagogue, dated from 1577. That was the year.
Right.
So
but funds were raised. Is that correct?
In the beginning, there was no funds raised. The Jewish Central Board in Greece made an announcement trying to keep up the place and certain other buildings that belong to the community. So around 20 families came from the mainland of Greece to live in Rhodes, and with some help of the Jewish Central Board to start a new life. It was after the war. A lot of families with many children and low income or no job, they wanted to start a new life in Rhodes.
In Rhodes. Well, Rhodes is a very beautiful place.
And that's how the community started again.
And what year was that?
1956.
I see. But when did you come?
That's how the family of Anna, the lady who is in the synagogue, that's how she came also. Her family came in 1956.
And you came?
And that's how the family of my husband came.
I see.
I came only in 1980 when I got married with my husband, and I came to live in Rhodes. And in the beginning, I had very early children, family. I have elder parents that they had health problems, and I couldn't work. I was just helping a little bit the family business of my husband, who had a bookstore. I was not working permanently. I was helping a little bit. But in 1999, they were looking for somebody, administrator of the community. My children were grown up by then. I didn't have any commitments, so I decided, because I didn't like the situation, how the community was running.
And you had your own ideas.
And I wanted, that's how I started to get involved.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Carmen.